Hi, Rebecca Magic here. So the title of this video is A Tool for Healing the Past and Empowering the Future. And I want to start by explaining why this is so important right now, and always really in each moment, within the present moment, which is where we want to be as consistently as possible, right? Right here, right now. Within this present moment and each present moment is the opportunity to tune in and heal through timelines. A lot of us right now, and even for a long time, have been working on deep healing, healing all the way back to the roots. And in this lifetime, what that looks like is a lot of childhood healing, healing wounds from our past, childhood traumas that we've experienced. And no matter where you are at on that path to healing that inner child, whether you've done a lot of the work or you're struggling with it, I'm going to share a tool with you right now that is going to be helpful, no matter where you are on that path. Again, it is a tool that can be used for your everyday life, and it is one that can be carried with you through lifetimes. And as you all know, the work that we do in spirituality, the work that we do in expanding our spirit and our heart and our awareness, that stays with us for an eternity. And so this tool that I'm going to share with you not only heals the past, it also heals the future. It helps us to empower moments that have not yet arrived. So again, why is this important right now? We are in a very transformative time. We are in the middle of a paradigm shift. In order for us to move ahead, we have to put down the weight of the past. We need to create the space to allow new thoughts and new visions to enter so that we can manifest from this space of newness. So this is why I want to share with you this special tool. This tool heals through time and space. So this tool is a symbol. It's a part of the Reiki practice. What is Reiki? It is another form of energy healing. It is a very ancient and powerful form of energy healing. What does the word Reiki mean? Rei means God's wisdom, or wisdom of the Creator. And Ki, like Chi, means life force energy. So when you put them together, Reiki, this means guided life force energy. So what could be wrong with that, right? A lot of us are already doing this every day. In fact, we're all doing it, but how aware of the process are we? How conscious of this process are we? How present are we with each step? So a specific symbol within the Reiki system that I'm going to share with you is called Hon Shaze Shonen. Hon Shaze Shonen. This is a symbol to heal through time and space. It is the distance healing symbol. So we can use this symbol to go back to our past and heal those traumas, heal those wounds. So how do we do that? A lot of us have done that work. Some of us have never done the work, and some of us are trying to currently, but we're struggling, right? So what I do personally is I go back to whatever experiences I can remember, and I bring them back in as much detail as possible. And then I sort of have this inner dialogue where I split myself into two. The little girl who experienced what she experienced, in truthfulness of what it was, not blocking out any parts on purpose, allowing what I can remember to come up. Because the more that comes up, the more I can heal. So I have that little girl bringing those things up, and then I have the me who is more aware. And then I have that inner dialogue and I have that conversation. But now to bring in this symbol, the Hon Shaze Shonen, creates a whole new dimension of healing. And why is that? It's actually a very simple science when you begin to understand it. This symbol has been used by many people for hundreds of years, and many of those people were very powerful people. In fact, many of the people still using this symbol today are very powerful people. Why are they powerful? Not necessarily because they have some title such as master or they have money in the bank. No. It's their conviction. There are people out there today and people out there who are, only spirits now, people who are not here physically with us any longer, but people who have used these symbols for hundreds of years and are still using them, right? And this adds a sort of collective power to that symbol. It's a science. So you can use that symbol as an ally and you can sort of supercharge your healing process. So when we bring the symbol into the past, to those memories, to those wounds, to those scars, we can't change the past with them. Of course, what is written has been written. We can't change it, but we can work with it to shift the present moment. We can change how it's presently affecting us. We can begin to extract the healing tools that are lying there waiting for us to discover them within those past experiences that we've had. So the magic really happens when we bring the new perspective into the old experience. It's the new reflection upon that creates the new understanding of it, that creates the new response to whatever energies are still manifesting from that place. So even if we think that we did the healing, we might still be on some level manifesting our reality from this wounded place in very little sneaky ways. But when we use this symbol, this powerful symbol, you can create your own symbol as well. You can create your own symbol that represents what the Honshaze Shonen represents, so long as it holds that conviction, so long as it is personal to you. But the point of using this ancient symbol is in the knowing that it holds so much power because collectively it has been used for so long by so many. It's yet another tool to keep in your tool belt. And in a time like this, it is so necessary to have as many tools as possible to do this work. So this is why I'm really feeling called to sharing this tool with you today, because I do believe that it is a very powerful and efficient way of doing this healing that we so need to do right now to move ahead as a collective. So again, we can't change the past, but we absolutely can change how it is presently affecting us. And how is the Honshaze Shonen symbol used for the future? This is very interesting. So, when we have an event coming up in the future, like an appointment, a doctor's appointment, or an interview, maybe a performance, maybe a trip, like we're going to be traveling soon, whether that's, near or very far, whether it's a trip out of state or a trip out of country, doesn't matter. Anything in the future. We can use the Honshaze Shonen, or again, a symbol that you create for yourself to represent this healing between time and space. We can use this symbol to think about that experience that's going to come in the future, and we can think of that experience, hold it in our hearts, and intertwine it with the power of this symbol. That alone is bringing awareness to the future and sending a positive vibration to that future event, whatever it is. But each time we do that, we might get a little more detailed with it. It helps us to become more present, to go deeper with the vision and with the feeling of whatever it is we are wanting to manifest in the future. So it's like a tool to bring our awareness to the present moment, to go deeper with our visualization and our feeling and embodying the vibration of whatever it is we're wanting to manifest in the future. So let's say I have a show coming up and I'm going to be performing. I play the guitar and I'm a rock star. And so I'm going to think about that show and even the date, because numbers are very powerful. I can think of the date specifically. I can think of the venue, what it's going to feel like when I'm there, what I want it to feel like. And I'm going to do this consistently every day. But now, with the awareness of the Honshaze Shonen concept, I'm either going to use that very symbol or create my own. And every time I envision that experience and I'm feeling the feeling I wish to manifest in that future experience, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap that whole experience up in the image of this symbol. I'm going to supercharge it. So every day when I send my energy, my awareness to this future place, it's going to collect like a battery. And so when that day comes, I can draw upon that energy. There's a lot happening here to aid in the process of manifestation, to aid in the manifestation of what it is you truly desire to see come to fruition in the future. It's a science, truly. So what's happening when you send that energy into the future is it's creating an optimistic outlook on whatever is to come. And when you find yourself getting so lost in that positive feeling and that positive vision and seeing and feeling the thing that you do very much wish to see manifest, it helps you just stay in that space. It doesn't allow for anxieties or fears or doubts to come in. Your consciousness cannot be aware of both good and bad at the same time. It can only embody one or the other. So if we are so busy being engulfed in that happiness and that bliss and the vision and feeling of what it is we're wanting to manifest, then all the rest stays away. There is no space for the negativity to enter. Therefore, by law of nature, you can rest assured that it is going to manifest. And also, it helps you to stay open to unforeseen circumstances that could unfold. Because again, when you are so wrapped up in that vision and feeling of what it is you want, then it keeps you in that positive state so that whatever does come your way, you're more adaptable. You can flow with it more because you created that feeling. What's more is when you come to the day of that event, you almost feel like you have these angels all around you. And the angels and the positive thoughts are really one and the same. So whether those feelings you're getting are the results of all the prayer you've put into it, or the prayer you've put into it and the prayers of all those around you who care about you, you're going to feel that on that day of the event. And you're going to feel so good, and you're going to remember all of those times that you prayed about this, that you envisioned this. You're going to remember all of the awareness you poured into the manifestation of your desired outcome. And you're going to feel good. So the Honshaze Shonen symbol, which by the way looks like this. It's a very beautiful symbol that I've been using for almost a decade now. And I do have many images, symbols, visions that I conjure in my mind's eye, feelings that I pull up from the center of my soul, which is infinite, right? It's a wild world inside there. There are an infinite number of symbols that we can create in our mind's eye, in our third eye. So, you don't need to use anyone's symbols that are already made. But knowing about the science of Honshaze Shonen could be inspiring enough for you to create your own symbol that represents this healing through time and space. But I like to use my own symbols and this symbol and many other ancient symbols depending on the circumstance, because many before me have used these symbols and they hold collective power. And I think a big part of this paradigm shift, I know a big part of this paradigm shift is working together with what we've got and building upon what is already here. This is how we work most efficiently. This is the age of the brotherhood of man. This is a huge part of the message of Aquarius. Aquarius ruled by the 11th house, community, togetherness, teamwork. And so I do very much use my own symbols and the symbols like these that are ancient and hold much power. Why not? They're allies. The more the merrier, right? These little symbols hold so much power. And so if you look up the Honshaze Shonen, which I'll leave the title of in my comments here so that you can see how it's spelled. When you look this up and you do your own research, you'll find that there is a sequence, a way in which you want to draw the lines. And you do want to follow that sequence because it helps you to integrate the message of it and then to be able to reproduce it in the most graceful way. So that's something to keep in mind when you're doing your research. There is a way in which you specifically write it out in a sequence. So another thing that I wanted to say before I end the video is that the Honshaze Shonen can also be used to heal people who are not present. It is the absent healing symbol as well as the distance healing symbol. So if a person you're wishing to heal or a place you're wishing to heal is, not in your presence, that's a-okay. It doesn't matter. This symbol is a very specific specific symbol, because we can send that healing anywhere without using a symbol. For example, there are things going on all around the world right now. So if I want to send my love to Nicaragua, or if I want to send my love to Israel, what will I do? I'll envision that place thriving, and I will see the people who are there happy again. And I will see the place in its health and in its abundance, right? And that is sure to manifest, because that's the law. If I do this consistently enough and I'm really feeling that feeling and I hold my conviction, I can trust that that healing will happen. But when I add in this symbol, not only does it bring in the power and energy from all those before me and all those around me who have used and are using this power into my vision, right, to aid in the manifestation of that, it also gets very specific with its message, because this symbol is specifically for healing across time and space. It's like telling the energy to move directly to there. So it's kind of refining the science of manifestation. It's another tool to really fine-tune how you are transmitting your energy. So you can also use this symbol if you got in an argument with a family member or your partner and they're in another room and you want to send them love. Of course, again, you can just see them happy and see your heart connecting to their heart and see it being healed. And look, even if you don't believe all this woo-woo, spiritual mumbo-jumbo, whatever you want to call it, would that not just feel good, first of all? Would that not just feel good? Would that not put you in a better place to calm down so that maybe then you can reapproach your partner or your family member to talk about things? Either which way you look at this, it couldn't hurt. It could only help. But going back to what I was saying, you can see your heart connecting, you can see them happy and talking to you with a smile on their face. But when you bring the symbol in, again, it gets very specific. You're telling the energy to go, to travel to wherever they are. It's like another layer, another dimension that you can access to more specifically achieve what it is you are trying to achieve with your visions and with your prayers. So you can send energy to anyone, anywhere in the world. And you can do it with or without the symbol, but when you do, it's just another way to supercharge it. A way in which you can call upon collective energies in a huge way to aid in the manifestation of whatever healing you are trying to manifest, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So I just really wanted to share this message now, as I feel it is really time for us to move ahead and receive this opportunity of a new initiation, a new earthly reality here in our world. We're being offered right now this opportunity to create a new materialization, a whole new world on this earth, because we've done so much work in the inner realm, in the inner realms, I should say, because it's multidimensional. Enough of us have done this deep work that we are beginning to materialize a new world. We are being called to step up and build it. But the only way we'll have the presence and the awareness and the energy to do this, to build and to create this new world, is if we put down the weight of the past. The only way we can call upon the most power, to embody the most power and presence in this moment here now, is to cleanse of the past, to really heal the past so that we are building from a solid foundation, as solid as possible, as strong as possible. And so that's why I wanted to share the Honshaze Shonen symbol, so that you can use it to supercharge all of your efforts in healing your past wounds and healing your childhood. And so you can also use it as a tool to see the future, to empower the future, to help supercharge all the work that we're doing right here, right now. And a few cards that I picked out of the deck to help us understand this information, integrate this information, and really use it in the most efficient way are these 3 cards here. Ooh, 2 of them are upside down, so that's okay. So I have Temperance and the Chariot, and then I have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups, joy, giving and receiving in joy, nostalgia, childhood memories. You can see very clearly why this would relate to the Honshaze Shonen. We're really needing to get to that place of joy and lightheartedness, and that needs to come from the deepest part of ourselves, and usually deep in there is a wounded child. So let's do the work once and for all and make sure nothing is left there but joy. Another one is Temperance. This is a major arcana card. It's all about purpose, meaning, patience, and trust in divine timing, trust in divine order and balance. So the Honshaze Shonen can be used to heal the past and heal the future, and this is very helpful when you trust that there is a divine order. So when you're using the Honshaze Shonen symbol, you don't want any doubts to get in the way. You want to really be in that place of trusting, okay, I know the past happened as it did for a reason, and I know and trust that the future will unfold exactly as it's meant to for the highest good of everything as one. And because I know this, and I accept things for how they were and how they will be, I can still affect the present moment by using the memories of the past and the visions of the future to heal right here, right now. Because if you have resistance, if you want to change the past, if you feel that it didn't happen right, this is the wrong angle to approach it from. Everything is perfect. You're perfect right here, right now. I'm only sharing this sacred symbol, Honshaze Shonen, with you so that we can go deeper, so that we can take it to the next level, because I feel there is always more. So again, you're perfect right here, right now. Don't approach this healing method with the idea that the past unfolded in a way that it shouldn't have, or that the future may bring some horrible event, so I need to use the Reiki symbol to send energy in the future so that I can make sure this doesn't happen. No, that's coming from a place of doubt. You need to first have that firm foundation of trust in divine order and say, I'm only using my awareness to enhance it all right here, right now. Another card is another major arcana, the Chariot. And I chose this because I feel that using this symbol and using any methods to supercharge our healing of the past and to empower the future really holds the embodiment of the Chariot card, this archetype of I'm ready, set, going. I'm putting all the weight down so that I can fly, so that I can really dream big and move toward those dreams. I'm letting go of the weight so that I can fly free and move on to those things that I came here to do. I'm ready to build. And I cannot do this until I heal, until I have a solid foundation. So if we do that healing and we use these methods and we use things like the Honshaze Shonen and we come together collectively to put our energy together in a way that's going to be the most efficient, in a way that can be most efficiently used for our healing as one unit, then we will be like this chariot and we will take off. And what that looks like right now is taking off and taking on the opportunities that are being presented to us right now from the universe to build a new reality here on Earth. So I'll show you the Honshaze Shonen symbol again. This is what it looks like. So do look it up. The name of this will be in the comments, so check it out. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel yet, please do. Let me know what you think. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I would love to hear your feedback. If you have any comments or questions, anything you want to add on, I would love to hear all of it. So go ahead and leave me a comment here or on YouTube. All of my contact info is on my Facebook, Rebecca Magic Channeling. I would be happy to do a reading for you. We are halfway through the moon cycle right now. So it's a very interesting time to get clarity, begin to focus on what is going to be fully illuminated when the full moon comes around at the end of the month. So very exciting times. The latest videos on my YouTube channel are some really, really cool ones. There was a new moon reading, which you'll want to see because it's foreshadowing what is going to be illuminated on that full moon on the 29th. The other video was just a few days ago, and it was a live transmission very much about what is happening right now with all of us as a collective, a really strong message that came through, and it's in writing form along with a live tarot reading. So do check those videos out. I thank you for tuning in, and I really do hope that learning about the Honshaze Shonen and the science behind it and the idea behind it at least inspired some kind of idea for you to create your own symbols or create a more fine-tuned method for going deeper with your healing of the past and empowering the future. Thank you so much.